Hello guys, Harry here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you are well. So guys, in this video, I'm going to share my most recent watch purchase with you. Now, this watch was on my radar for a long time, on my top of the list, something that I really wanted to purchase. I had to save up for it. I had to sell some watches. I'll show you the watches that I ended up selling to have this watch as well. This watch will stay in my collection for years to come. I can tell you that right now. I only bought it today, and I could not wait to share this watch with you guys. So you can only see a part of the box right now. I'll slowly bring it in and I'll share what I ended up purchasing. As I said earlier, I was waiting to have this watch in my collection for a long time now, and this might be the biggest purchase for me for 2025, and it is definitely a grail that I have ticked off. So what is it? It is a Tudor, but which Tudor? So I'm going to unbox the watch. As I said, I only picked it up today, and I'll give you some sort of information about the watch. The purpose of this video is just to share the watch with you, and then I'll wrap up this video. So guys, let's take it out of the box. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm really keen to share this watch with you guys. And I still can't believe that I finally ended up buying this watch. You know, when you wait for something for so long and that finally happens, this is one of those moments. It was really a surreal moment for me when I paid for this watch. I picked it up and I knew it was mine. So this is the Black Bay 58 Pro GMT. And I thought it'd be ideal for me to wear my other GMT as well. The only other GMT in my collection, which is my Longines Zulu Time. I absolutely love that watch as well. And with these two GMTs in my collection now, I really believe the GMT part of my collection is fulfilled. I'm not going to buy any more GMTs, and I really use the GMT functionality as well. So it's not that I only like the complication. I absolutely love the complication as well, the GMT complication, the four-hander, but I really use the functionality of a GMT watch as well. So this watch is not brand new. I bought it secondhand, but it was really lightly used by the previous owner. And you know what? Looking at it, you can tell that it was barely worn a couple of times, and the watch is in a mint condition. Even the secondhand dealer, the second used watch dealer that I bought this from, confirmed that when they received the watch, it was in almost a brand new condition. Now, you will see a slight hairline mark at 24 on the bezel, as you can see right there. It is my doing. When I went in to pick up this watch and I was trying it on my wrist, while taking it off, I ended up dropping it. Now, if you don't know me personally, I might be the most clumsiest person out there when it comes down to holding on to things, and my heart sank as I looked at this watch dropping in front of my eyes. But luckily, the glass didn't shatter. There was no other damage apart from that little hairline scratch at 24 on the bezel. But you know what? It will become a part of the journey. I'm not really selling this watch. This watch will stay in my collection for years to come. So it doesn't really matter if I end up scratching this case here and there. And for the price, I paid 4,000 Australian dollars for this watch. And now you can see on the screen the amount of watches, or the number of watches that I ended up selling to have this watch in my collection, to be able to purchase this watch. So there were a fair few, and a lot of those watches were in a brand new condition as well, sitting in the box for a long time. I reviewed those watches on the channel but never wore them, and the purpose of buying those watches was just to review on the channel anyway. But me being lazy, I never ended up selling those watches. But having this watch becoming available at this price to me in this condition really sort of pushed me to sell those watches and collect the money to buy this Tudor. Now, I understand some people have reservations about this watch, especially from the thickness point of view. It is 14.5 mil thick, but trust me, you have to try this watch before you write it off. Don't just write it off without trying it. With the case size of 39 millimeters and the lug-to-lug distance of 46.5 millimeters, you will not feel the 14.5 mil thickness of this watch on your wrist. I was in the same boat. I thought along the same lines as well, that it might be too thick for me, and I was so close to just write it off without trying it on. But then I went into an AD here in Melbourne. I tried it on my wrist, and I fell in love with this watch straight away. So don't just write it off without trying it on your wrist. And trust me, you will not feel that thickness of 14.5 millimeters when the watch is on your wrist, and it fits really, really nicely. Even on my average wrist, which is slightly under 7 inches, it fits really, really nicely. It just feels at home. Now for the movement, we get caliber MT5652 automatic movement in this watch, which is manufactured by Tudor's Movement Kness. 28,800 vibrations per hour. Hacking and hand winding, obviously, you get approximately 70 hours of power reserve, and the watch is fully wound. And this one is chronometer certified as well, as you can see printed on the dial. So this one should be quite accurate as well, which I'll find out over the next few days anyway. I'll chuck it on the time grapher to see how this one is behaving. For the GMT functionality, the stainless steel bezel on this one does not rotate. It is fixed like it does on my Longines Zulu time. So this bezel you can rotate and track up to 3 time zones. On the Tudor, because of the fixed bezel, you can only track up to 2 time zones at one given time. One is your local time, and one is the other time that you are tracking, which is definitely okay for me. I never really track 3 time zones anyway, but I can understand that might be a deal breaker for some of you out there. Now for the lume, there's no shortage of lume on this watch. It is really nicely and evenly spread across the dial, except at 3 o'clock, where you will find the date complication. The longevity is there, and the quality of the lume is really, really nice, as expected from Tudor at this price point anyway. Okay guys, here it is on my average wrist, and it fits really, really nicely. At about 39 to 40 mil is where I feel at home. Not saying that I don't have larger watches in my collection. The Zulu time that I showed you earlier has a 42 mil case on, and I can pull it off. And I always encourage people to buy what they like. If a watch is a bit too big or a bit too small for your wrist, but if you really dig it and you like it, I always recommend and encourage people to go for it. The shorter lug-to-lug distance definitely helps, as I said earlier, in reducing the impact of that thickness on your wrist, and you don't really feel that thickness once the watch is on your wrist. I really like this oyster style bracelet as well. It is brushed for the most part. Really like this clasp system as well. The only polished bits on the bracelet itself is inside the clasp, as you can see, and along the sides of the clasp as well, with those rivets. And the other polished bit, which I'm not a big fan of, is along the side of the case. So as you can see, this is already attracting a lot of fingerprints, and this will scratch up easily as well, which I believe is a part of owning and keeping a watch in your collection. And every scratch will come with a story. Hopefully, like I scratched up already when I picked it up this morning on the bezel, I'll be able to tell people how that happened. So you do get 200 meters of water resistance as well, which is printed on the dial there again with a screw down crown. So guys, this is it. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, I'm really excited to have this watch in my collection, and I really wanted to share this watch with you right away. So I only picked it up today. So thank you very much for watching again. I'll see you with my next video shortly. Until then, stay safe and look after one another. Thank you again.